ahead and get started. First thing on the agenda is Pledge of Allegiance, so if you all rise. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Yeah, let me know if that air conditioner bothers you. It doesn't bother me. I talk loud enough. Does it bother you? Is it bothering that?
No, it's just you can't hear.
Right now.
Is
We just turned it off.
All right, hey, good evening, everybody. Thank you for coming. I appreciate it, and I apologize for not having an agenda last month, and I wanted to explain why. As we've done this transition since January, we've had a lot of things on the agenda, and we're trying to focus on doing valid things on the agenda. Just don't want to make it up each month. And I'll be honest with you, last month I had nothing. And I'd asked the council members, I said, hey, do we have anything that we need to vote on? I know we've been ongoingly talking about Heritage Days, but we pay a lot of cost. We have to have our legal representation here, and that's a cost and things like that. And I just didn't think it was justified for last month. So that's why we didn't have it. So I apologize for that. We have enough for this month, so we're gonna continue doing it. If it happens in the future, we'll let the public know, but we do a consensus with the town council. It's not my decision ultimately, but I have to take it in for responsibilities for our finances and things like that. Okay. Next, have you seen in our past agendas, we've had the opportunity for the citizens to speak. We are not going to have that anymore. If during our meetings, we're going to go over our agendas, we're going to go over our discussions with the town council, then we're going to do our voting. We will not have any outbursts from the audience. Any things, discussions, loud, someone speaking over someone, we'll ask them to leave. All right, we've asked to have the deputies on site. We're trying to run the town business. We're trying to do it the best we can. We're not perfect at it, but we cannot have animosity. We've just got to be able to do it, and I need support from you. So that's what we're asking. If you would like to bring something up for discussion, please feel free to email me at mayor@talkingrockga.com or the town clerk at talkingrockga.com. You can bring up your concerns, questions, and I'll bring it to the council members, and if we think it's valid, we'll have it on the next agenda. Cool? Good? All right. Next is approval of April's 22 meetings, but I thought it was April and May's.
Minutes is on.
Oh, minutes. I'm sorry. Let me put my glasses on. The approval of April 22 meeting minutes. Do I have a motion to approve the minutes for the month of April?
Make a motion, we approve the minutes for the month of April.
Do I have a second?
A second.
All in favor? And I am raising my hand because I am also a council member. So that was a unanimous vote. Next on the agenda is approval of April and May financial reports. If you see my name on here, which you do, everybody is fully aware that that $1,000 was the home improvements for the TV, for the monitor, for the security systems, the blinds. What else was it? Oh, supplies for the building, cleaning supplies. All the receipts and the exact change to the penny was given to Buffy, right?
Yes.
As you can see, Buffy's done a phenomenal job again, outlining every single line item, either deposit or for withdrawal. So please, if you have questions, let us know exactly. Do I have a motion to accept or approve the financial report for the month of April and the month of May 2022?
I'll make a motion that we approve the financial reports for April and May of 2022.
Do I have a second? All in favor? Okay, unanimous approval for the finances for April and May. One other thing as well, for the citizens, all these documents that we have, we'll provide them for you. This is open records, public. All I ask is request us through via email. The 2 emails I asked, myself, the mayor, or the town clerk will provide those. All right? Thank you. As soon as we get that in writing by email, we'll give us a mailing address and we'll mail it to you. Okay? Thank you. All right, next on the docket is maintenance summary. Jerry?
Lawnmower, new one that broke down yesterday, but I think we'll get it going today. A little bit behind from the rain last week, but I should be caught up correctly.
Everything's good with the park?
Yep, everything's good.
Okay. Security systems were all installed. We have the ring for the front door. They had to replace that because they had a generic version, but they went to ring. Tony and I got it set on Tony's, but I have a trouble ticket in to do the cameras for all you guys. So you'll have access to the 4 cameras in the park and all the cameras that are here in the town hall. We have a trouble ticket in for that, so we'll get that. I tried to do it with Tony, as I should have had him here the same day that the gentleman was here. It's just you guys plus Melissa, and we'll try to get that because I want you guys to have access to that. Old business. We talked about 2 months ago the Wildcat Timber, and we're going to have that for a vote. I just wanted to bring that up as we had discussed that. They have some preliminary plots that they have asked us to approve. They provided 6 drawings. Done a phenomenal job on those. It's pretty cut and dry. So for the citizens, if you'd like to see it, sit right over on that table right there, and we'll give you access. Heritage Days update. Mary, would you like to just briefly give us an overview of the update?
Sure. We have a fantastic committee that's been working hard on Heritage Days. We have vendor applications coming in for exhibitors. We have a couple food vendors already. We have some sponsorship money coming in. I think it's Ag Pro has agreed to provide the tractor. So things are moving right along. Consulted with Ms. Cheryl, and she recommended that we reach out to past vendors later in the summer because oftentimes they don't get their information in. So I think we are well on track to having a really good event. And we have a fantastic committee that's working real hard, bringing in new ideas. I think we have a lot of really innovative new ideas to kind of keep the feel of the old event while bringing in some new momentum, as well as having the charity component to it, to being able to provide donations to charities. So I think it's going to be really good.
Absolutely. I am so excited about how we're trying to retain historically what we've done in the town and bring that heritage back. I think we're looking at that. Some of the comments that we've had, we don't want to make it a bit oversized flea market. We actually want to bring in things that are traditional, and that's why we have the things that we do. I'm glad that we're going to have the sunrise service and the different genres of bands and the different crafts and things like that. The duck race, I think it's going to be for all the kids. I can't emphasize enough, there's a lot of people behind the scenes, and I think that's fantastic. It's not just one person running it. And we have both Marys, and there's so many other people, you know I'm going to forget who, all the people that have been involved in this, and they meet every other week down here, and just the momentum and it's really improved. And I just really appreciate all the efforts from you ladies and guys. Tony's been involved, everybody's been involved. Steve and his wife, absolutely. You guys are doing phenomenal, and I know you brought a lot of people in it. So we're excited about it. It's getting closer and closer. It's getting more nerve-wracking, but I think we're down that good path. So thank you.
Thank you.
All right, awesome. New business. So the first thing on the docket is vote for the Talking Rock building inspector, and that's going to be Tony Hawf. So Tony has a contractor experience in his career, and he's down here most of the time with his businesses. If you could just give a brief story about the gentleman who did it before.
Well, a lot of you know Willie, that used to be the inspector, and he's had some health issues, and he just can't do it anymore. You know, I talked to his wife, and she said that he's just not able to come out and inspect anymore. I think we looked around a little bit, and it was quite costly to get some of these companies and stuff. But
Yeah, please forgive me, I forgot the website that I got on was the Home Inspectors, Georgia's Association of Home Inspectors. And in there, it breaks down by county. You can look on the county. We're in Pickens County. Looked in there, and there was several listings. I called 4 or 5 of the companies, and their prices. They want ongoing business, and ours is not. Ours is very sporadic. It's once in a blue moon because of the size of our town. We do have some movement growing, but it wasn't cost effective for us. So after speaking with our lawyer, he felt that there was no issues with Tony taking over, and Tony will charge the town the same amount that it has been before, and then in the future we can look at that, but I don't think that's a problem. So, any questions, Steve? All right. Okay. Do I have a motion to approve Tony as our building inspector?
I make a motion that we approve Tony as our building inspector.
Do I have a second?
Second that motion.
All in favor?
You
Okay.
can just abstain.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the 3 of you did, so you can still say it's
Thank you.
unanimous.
Okay, so Tony, again, we'll have the receipts, descriptions, things like that for our town clerk. So we'll have that in file. Wildcat Timber land development approval. Sir, if you'd like to come up real quick, identify yourself.
I think I met most of you all on the last meeting, but my name is David Wilbanks with Wildcat Timber. We are the developer for the proposed project, right kind of in between Fisher Creek Road and 136, not too far from here, kind of on the edge of town. But we've got just a nice large acre subdivision neighborhood that we planned as proposed. It's 21 lots. With the nice gated access, we are following the gravel road subdivision ordinance of the town ordinance, but these are going to be anywhere between 5 to 20 acre tracts. We've got water at 136, so county water is available. We've got power and a nice entrance gate from 136. So we think it'll be a nice addition. Nice, it's a rural development. It's not a Pulte or a large subdivision tract. It's we have a long history of kind of providing recreation, rural, kind of scenic vacation type-esque developments. So we think this will be kind of a hallmark of what we have here in Georgia, and we look forward to coming to Talking Rock. We're currently across the street on 136, but we think this is going to be a really nice addition here.
Awesome, Mr. Wilbanks, that 21 lots, is that additional to those lots you were talking about? That doesn't represent it on the drawings, correct?
Yeah, that's what's here on the drawing.
Okay.
The one thing the drawing does not show is we own 20 acres south of what's being platted. We can't add anything to it just because a small sliver of it is in a conservation easement that expires at the end of the year.
Okay.
So we have access on 136. So I think maybe a concern would be you're going down Fisher Creek. It's a gravel road. We don't really plan to add any traffic to Fisher Creek Road or any construction traffic to Fisher Creek Road. We can access off of 136. We will be coming back and submitting at next year a kind of a phase 2 to this, which is only going to be 4 to 6 additional lots. But that's just going to bring the neighborhood kind of in total with the land that we own with the primary access being on 136. So,
Any questions from the council members?
No.
Okay. Do I have a motion to accept the plats that you reviewed during the during the town working group, the 21 lots for the Wildcat Timber land development?
I make a motion that we accept the proposed plan for Wildcat Timber and that development.
Okay, do I have a second?
I'll second.
All in favor? All right, unanimous vote. All right, oh, and sir, I'm sorry, Mr. Wilbanks, can you explain again that you did not need that for the county?
it does not go through Pickens County. It will go through the Pickens County Health Department for the final plat, just for a sign off, because these will be serviced by septic. They had to sign off just saying that we have done soil testing and that the lots can actually take a septic system, but other than that, nothing will go through Pickens County. It's currently in review with the Georgia Soil Conservation Society. They're just reviewing the erosion control plans just to keep streams and everything clear. So once we have that signature, which I anticipate any day now, I'll notify you, and at that point, an LDP can be issued. Assuming that we've approved the plat and they've signed, the state has signed off, then we could actually begin working on that.
All right, awesome, sir. Thank you. We look forward to it. Thank you so much.
Thank you. If you guys see me in town, please say hello. And for Heritage Days, please reach out if you guys are looking for additional sponsors. We'd love to participate.
Awesome.
All right. Thank you all so much.
Okay, awesome. Next on the agenda is the Heritage Days budget. As we discussed in the working group and as we've done in the Heritage Days, based on our preliminary cost, we talked about having a $5,000 budget, but not to exceed $10,000. Any discussion or changes from that? Pretty cut and dry. So that's what we're looking for the Heritage Days. So looking to vote on approving the budget of $5,000, not to exceed $10,000. So do I have a motion to approve the Heritage Days 2022 budget of $5,000, not to exceed $10,000?
I motion to approve the Heritage Days budget of $5,000, not to exceed $10,000.
Do I have a second?
I'll second the motion.
All in favor? All right, unanimous vote, or approval. Okay, voting on town improvement priorities and budget. Another topic that we've talked about for the last at least 90 to 120 days. We've identified a lot of things in the town that need to be improvement. First and foremost, safety, handicaps, things of that nature, and then things to improve our overall tourism. Everybody in this room is fully aware of it, and we've discussed it several times. It's challenging to sort of nail down everything that we want to do and then also be good stewards of our finances. We don't have a huge operating budget, and so we want to improve and provide those things. So what I've asked the council members is to look at things that we can prioritize. First and foremost, again, as I said before, safety and things like handicap, things that are I can't say the word, necessity. Thank you. To all the citizens. That's first and foremost. And then the next thing, looking at things to overall improvements. Tony and a couple other folks have done a great job getting those cost estimates for it. And he has really did his due diligence. And I think he is underestimated in some aspects of it. So I truly trust what he's doing and what he's looking at. It is complex. And we do need to move forward because we've discussed it for so many months. So during our working group, we agreed to vote on initially a $10,000 operating budget. Okay, and Audrey, I need to get with Jeff to see where I can use that, pull that money from. I just these are the improvements, and these are different accounts.
Right.
So I know you're fully aware of that. This one would not. Schoolhouse. Can't do FEMA, American Rescue. So could it come through this?
So I guess it depends what the improvements
Okay.
would be.
So what do I need to do? Show those to Jeff?
Yeah, I would
Send
just.
him an email?
Yeah, have you guys identified what improvements specifically you're going to be doing?
So there's some handicap and safety
Okay.
issues, like in the building, the ramp access,
Right.
the road and things like that.
Yeah, I would think that would likely be able
Okay.
to fall under SPLOST.
I will send him an email.
But we can confirm.
Right now, I've decided that initially that we'll do we'll approve for the budget first, and then I'll get confirmation from Jeff. The budget I said initially is $10,000 for the next 30 days. All right, do I have a motion to approve a preliminary budget of $10,000 for the improvements for the town of Talking Rock?
A motion that we approve the preliminary budget of $10,000 for improvements for the town of Talking Rock.
Do I have a second? Second. All in favor? All right, unanimous. Okay. And I'll send an email to Jeff with a breakdown to see where that comes from. And I did apologize. I don't want to go off of agenda, but I do want to say, let the citizens know, again, this is public information, but we have the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 accounts for our budget. Our general operating account as of today is $212,000. I'm rounding it off, 2012. Schoolhouse Museum is $1,000. We're not going to touch that. Splosh is $14,000. FEMA is $1,800, and American Rescue Plan is $13,000. Okay. Great. Next on the agenda was just an information for the town trash and dumpsters. The dumpster in the back, we're still having a continuation of problems with that being overfilled. I'd asked Jerry, Buffy, and a couple other people. I took him pictures of it, and people started to set trash on the top and on the sides. And we just got to be good stewards. If you see somebody do that, please tell them. But I've asked our maintenance contractor, Jerry, to install locks. He's locked the top, and he will unlock them the day that they're being serviced. And it's not been an issue. He's had them locked for at least 3 weeks now, so a couple weeks. Okay. Next is the town clerk. As we were discussing in the working group, Buffy has decided to take a break from being the town clerk, so we are going to be submitting the description of the town clerk. I'm going to scan this and send it to each one of the council members, including Melissa as well. Melissa's not here tonight. I'd ask each of you to make your recommendations of deletions and additions, and then we will submit it. I don't see the paper here, but we'll submit it to the paper. And Buffy is going to stay on during the transition. So hopefully we get someone, because she's big shoes to fill. Buffy is awesome. I begged her to stay. She said, I'm tired of your crap. So yeah, so that's what we'll be doing here. So if you know anybody, please let us know. And we'll look at that. Last on the agenda is the tourism budget, and we had talked in the working group about getting information out about our town. So I'll turn it over to Mary, and she can give a little update on what we'd like to do about the budget, and I'll talk about how much we're going to improve.
Sure, thank you. The Pickens County Chamber of Commerce provides a visitor guide. They update it every 2 years, and their cycle is renewing, so we've got a guide opportunity to for the town of Talking Rock to post a half-page ad. There are other opportunities for full-page ads, but we felt that a half-page ad would be within our budget. The visitor guide is available throughout the state at rest stops, through the State Chamber of Commerce, through the Pickens County Chamber of Commerce. It's given to businesses, and it promotes Pickens County. It's available for 2 years. There's also a coinciding website that has hyperlinks, so if somebody's on the website, clicks on Moosin Annie Mercantile, it will go to that website. If they click on Talking Rock, it will come to the Talking Rock website. So we talked about placing the half-page ad, which is $200 above the current last year's budget. So the council was asking for a bump up in the budget.
Okay, any questions from Steve?
Mhm.
Okay. All right, because we're doing fairly well on our budget and managing it for the last 6 months since January, I've recommended to the council members to increase our tourism budget to $2,000. And that gives us some flexibility. So do I have a motion to improve, or, excuse me, to increase the current Town of Talking Rock tourism budget to $2,000?
I make a motion that we increase the town of Talking Rock's tourism budget to $2,000.
Awesome. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor? All right. Fully approved. Okay, that's all that we have on the agenda for new business. Our next council meeting is Thursday, 7 July 2022. We have a working group, that's at 7 o'clock, and we have a working group at 5:30. We have a town hall, Heritage Days, working group Sunday.
Yes, sir. Sunday morning at 10:30 at the Talking Rock Pavilion.
Awesome. Yeah, so if you guys have any questions, you can come out. Also, I forgot to ask, was this you, Mary? You did this? Mary, she's awesome. So Mary created, did you create these? Oh yeah? These bifold, triple fold things that talk about our businesses in the town of Talking Rock. And we're gonna fold them up and put them in the front. We'll clean that up once we get our new advertisement, our new things, we'll clean that up. It's pretty dated information, but just another thing to improve as well. We'll have those plots or one of the copies in the front if anybody'd like to see it for the land development. Well, that'll be open for the town. And I think that's it. Anything else?
Are you gonna vote on those plats?
We've already voted on those plats.
You did vote.
Yeah. So, do I have a motion to adjourn the meeting?
I make a motion that we adjourn the meeting.
Do I have a second? All in favor? All right, thank you very much.
The
Thank you
meeting
guys
is
for coming out.
adjourned. When are you gonna do the town yearly budget? That was supposed to be done several months ago.
Thank you
And have
very
a public
much.
hearing.
Appreciate it.